Oh, what is going on, guys? I'm Austin Mac, and welcome back to AI generated Minecraft, and welcome back to the 10-minute videos. This is I guess, kind of sort of series where I just do something for 10 minutes, and you get to listen to me blab about a certain topic. Now, the AI generated Minecraft stuff, you might have actually already seen it from other YouTube channels, or even my own, where I failed at my own task at finding the Nether. Now, maybe in this 10-minute video, I might find it, and probably not. But the topic of today is, does AI anything need to be or deserve to be in the world of gaming? While there is a lot of different things that AI could be implemented into, I'm going to try to narrow my scope a little bit to some of the major topics that I've seen online. And yeah, I think this AI generated Minecraft world is probably the best thing to talk about. Now, before we get started, if you'd like to see more of these videos, or what is happening, more of whatever is happening on your screen right now, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you want to see any other games and any other topics as well. But getting into this, does it deserve to be in gaming at all? I think in some ways it might have a place where it could benefit the player. I believe the most important thing is expanding the experience of the player and making sure they don't feel cheaped out on experience that was potentially created or ran by an AI. When I think about AI, my mind goes to shows, and specifically Sword Art Online, where they talk about an AI system that generates these levels, bosses, mobs, and stuff like that, that it would be near incomprehensible to generate 100 floors of world-changing experience. And while I think that's 100% possible, I understand why they used AI to kind of supplement, like, hey, this one person could not create a 100 floor experience, that it would take days to walk across these different floors and stuff like that. So now jumping into reality instead of a anime world, does that make sense in a gaming sense? So talking about AI in a mechanics and your system, your engine, I think it might have a place. Specifically when it comes to the AI of possibly a PvE or player versus environment game, or like an MMO. I think having very advanced mobs, whether it be like a boss or a companion or just a simple villager or whatever, it could create a really interesting experience. I think having something that actually develops and remembers your story over time. Obviously, I think the hardware behind that, I don't think you could do an MMO with that, but maybe the next Skyrim, or not Skyrim, maybe the next Elden Ring game, or Elder Scrolls game, has AI generated companions, while the companion itself isn't AI generated. Their thoughts, their actions, how they perceive the player is all AI generated, and it grows and develops based off of the player's actions. I think that could be a very interesting take. Now, nowadays, there is very highly advanced engines and players, and not players, NPCs and stuff like that. But I think that's the direction that AI could be implemented if the player feels like they're not being cheated out of experience, and the writing stays consistent and the character stays consistent and stuff like that. Now, where it should not be is, I think, anywhere near the art department, or I think the creative department, something that isn't additive to the experience. What I mean by that is basically saying, obviously, there should not be an AI going around writing the entire next Elder Scrolls game. That should not happen. You should not have the entirety of maybe even the next battle pass of Fortnite, all of their images for their skins all being AI generated. That should not be anywhere close to gaming. I think you're going to run into an issue where the content isn't nearly as expressive or as human. I think it's a very large aspect of AI that we don't think about, that it isn't just human enough for the player's experience. I thought I saw coal for a second. No, it's just granite. Or not granite. Just gravel, I guess. I don't know. But But yeah, it's removing the human thought, the human experience behind these expressive games. I know everybody kind of jokes about, haha, Fortnite is a kids game and that only kids play it. But if you go through and look at the skins and the art behind it, it is a very, very great team that is behind that game that expresses themselves in a way that produces skins and story and quests and all this sort of stuff. And I think by removing that from the most popular game ever, Fortnite, which that's a game that I'm kind of afraid of that they might end up doing that, where they rely on AI generated prompts for a character, a Fortnite character that is not human. It's not. It doesn't have the human expression behind it, and that is definitely a fear when it comes to the gaming community, or the gaming creation community, I should say. Now, I am currently not necessarily up to date whether there is rules, laws, and regulations against AI being used in the gaming space. I know recently there was the writers and actors strike that went directly against AI and the use of people's likenesses without their permission. I think that is a terrifying possible reality where where AI is used to replace people who are still around. I know, and I can't confirm this or not. I'm genuinely, I'm trying to remember if this was an actual article I read or not, but where people could sign off their likeness and it'd be a one and done deal, and they could just use their AI generated likeness to be in a commercial or star in a short film or whatever. Obviously, the money behind that is pretty large, and I don't think you could do that on a little writer's or film director's budget. But yeah, I would rather that not expand into the gaming space. And from what I know right now, I'm not sure if there's been any sort of regulations and laws, whether studio wide or the entire community wide, when it comes to AI. But I don't want that to come to the gaming space. So between AI generated content when it comes to art and writing, it should not even come close to that. But if the creators of games can figure out a way that AI can be additive to the experience for the person and also allows for human expression when it comes to the use of AI, maybe it does have a space in the gaming world. I know relatively that is a pretty controversial take. Most people should just say, yeah, no, AI should not come even close to anything when it comes to gaming, anything film, anything writing, anything acting. It should not even come close to it. But in all seriousness, there's nothing we can really do other than put laws into place that prevent AI from being used at all. And at that point, you're wasting the technology. And eventually, someday, someone is going to use it, and you're going to be the one stuck out in the cold, not using it, and being like, I don't want to use AI. It's inevitable. It is the Thanos of the entertainment space. AI is an inevitable that will come eventually. But it is up to us to decide what we use that tool for, and what sort of regulations and laws we can put into place that doesn't remove AI completely, but allows us to use it in an additive way for both the consumer and also the creator. But yeah, that's just generally my take. I really didn't prepare anything before this. I was like, let's just go into this. I have some thoughts about AI. And as somebody who is in a mass comm world when it comes to my college and collegiate studies, I do have some knowledge into AI, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And hopefully this timer in the top right is correct. I'm kind of going based off of that, whether or not I should wrap up the video or not. So I have about 20 seconds left. But yeah, it's definitely a crazy experience to see something like this come from, I believe, a single developer. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I hope you guys check out this site. I think it's called Oasis. I'll link it in the description down below, but I gotta go. This timer's about to run up, and the AI is gonna take over. Help, help, help.